about just you need America the way it was 200 years ago, and everybody who doesn't look like you and dress like you and live in the same house as you can't have that, then you're wrong, and it's not going to be that way.
Well, I can even remember in my life when it wasn't like this. I mean, I'm only 35 years old, and even in the 70s, things made some sense to me. Even in the 70s, at least things made some sense to me.
You sound like you're lost. Things make sense to me everywhere except for the fact that we're losing our freedoms. See, I think people should be free to say and do and live and marry and have the hobby and travel and all of the things that they want to do as long as they never injure the person or property of any other human being, and I don't care what race or religion they are.
Well,
times are going to change. The world is always in a state of change. You're never going to find a place, a neighborhood, a block, a city, a state, or a country that's not going to change. That's the way of the world. The world does not stand still.
Well, I can only imagine what it's going to be 20 years from now. It's we'll probably all be living in 5 foot of garbage.
Don't let your imagination run away with you. The human race is pretty good overall, and people might let problems get away with them here and there, but eventually they get around to solving those problems and taking care of them. Most people are not going to stand for living in 5 feet of garbage or even 1 inch of garbage. They'll take care of it. Trust me.
Well, I just know that I hate the world that I'm in 1998. I'm afraid of it, and all I know what to do is when I'm full of hate and fear is to get my gun and go out there and fight whatever it is that causes me hate and fear.
Well, I hope you don't do that. You know, if we all get together and you want to participate in a great restoration of constitutional Republican government so that we can all live free together in peace, I'll help you do that. But if you want to pick up a gun and go out and shoot somebody you never saw before in your life because you don't like the color of their skin, I'll shoot you if I see you trying it. You'll be the one I shoot. You understand that?
All right, that's fair. That's fine.
And just remember that I'm not the only one.
Okay, fine. It'll be a 3-way fight. It'll be...
No, it'll be about everybody that you can see shooting at you. That's what it'll be.
Well, that may be the case, and maybe I'd be better off dead.
Well, I wish you wouldn't feel that way. I don't understand why you feel like the world is so bad. The world is a wonderful place. There are wonderful people out there. There are great people out there. There's great things to do. Instead of balling yourself up in all this hatred and fear, why don't you find something good that you can do and some good people that you can do it with and make your mark on history and be remembered as a good man who did some good for somebody? Because you know what I hear from you?
What?
I hear you're going to be on death row probably in another couple of months if you keep thinking the way you're thinking. You're going to go out and kill somebody, and you're going to be on death row somewhere.
Well, I've been a skinhead since 1980.
That's not something to be proud of. You keep telling me that America was so great 200 years ago or 100 years ago. You don't even understand America if you're a skinhead and you're proud of that. A skinhead is a socialist. Nazis are socialists. Hitler was a socialist. Nazi means National Socialist German Workers' Party. The ultimate goal of socialism is communism. Did you ever read Karl Marx? Do you even have any idea of what you're a part of? If you want to be American, you can't be a part of that. America is for freedom.
Well, then why did Hitler fight the communists if communism is socialism's ultimate goal?
Because all of these people are like everybody else. They don't understand that. They didn't read Karl Marx either. The average person that falls in line behind some silly leader doesn't have the slightest clue what's going on. He just hears what sounds good to him. It was a war between the socialists and the communists, and the socialists won, and Hitler socialized Germany.
I never heard that before.
That's because you're listening to people who manipulate you like Dr. Pierce. To serve his own agenda as his own private little stormtrooper. Why don't you try being a leader sometime instead of a blind, stupid follower?
God, I hate to say this, but you kind of stopped me. It's true. I never thought of it, but Nazi does stand for National Socialist Party, and then that doesn't make any sense. What have they been telling me for the last 20 years?
You see, that's the whole purpose of this broadcast. You know, my heart goes out to you because I know that you've been lied to and misled, and you're being manipulated and used by people who have an agenda to divide and conquer the world and bring the whole world under socialism. That's what the New World Order is all about. That's what I spend my time on this microphone trying to do, is wake people up to this and get them to stop listening to everybody else. That's why I tell people, listen to everybody. Read everything. Believe absolutely nothing unless you can prove it. You do your research and understand what it is that's going on. And that includes me. It includes Dr. Pierce. It includes William Jefferson Clinton. It includes your preacher in your church. This is the age of deception, and if you're not careful, you will be used as some worm on somebody's hook to catch a big fish.
Wow. That's...
What you're looking for is respect, recognition, love, freedom, a place where you belong, and you're not going to find it where you're at. All you're going to find is heartache and misery and self-doubt, and people are never going to respect you or love you because of what you stand for.
Well, I never belonged anywhere. I mean, I was a junkie until I got into the party.
That's exactly who they go after to recruit.
You know, they got me off of drugs. They got me to stop shooting up. They straightened me up, and they, you know.
Yeah, that's what they do. And they make you feel like you belong, and you think you do, and then they use you. There's no future there. There's not going to be another Third Reich or Fourth Reich. There's not going to be another period in history where somebody marches through countries murdering people.